dear students, welcome you all to our brilliant channel Maths Nations. Dear students, now let us start today's lecture of class 8 chapter cubes and cube roots. Cubes and cube roots. In my last class we have discussed about squares and square roots. Today we discussed about cubes and cube roots. What do you mean by cubic number? Cube and cube roots. Cube and cube roots. What do you mean by cubic number? A number is said to be a cubic number if we find out if it is a perfect cube. Suppose 8 is a number. When we take prime factorizations of 8, this is 2 into 2 into 2. Then if we have to find out the cube root of 8, this means the cube root of 8 is, in case of square root, we make the pair of 2 and take 1 from like this. When we have to find out the cube roots of a number, then make the take any 3 numbers and take 1 out of 3. Suppose we have to find out the cube root of 64. Then at first the prime factorize the 64. This is 2 into 2 into 2. 2 2 ja 4, 4 2 ja 8, 8 2 ja 16, 16 2 ja 32, 32 2 ja 64. When we have to find out, if we have to find out the cube root of 64, this means make the 3 numbers as a pair and take 1 out of 3. Then this is equal to 2 into 2, which is 4. This means cube root of 64 is 4. If we have to find out the cube root of 643, 643, is 643 a cubic number? Let us the prime factorize the 643. Then when we prime factorize 643, we get this is 7 7 ja 49, 49 7 ja 343. Then this is equal to, then when the cube root of 343 is equal to 7. This means is like square root. When we find out the square root, we make the pair of number and take any 1 out of 2. Then in the same way, when we find out the cube root, take any 1 out of 3. This means if here 8 is a perfect cubic number, 64 is a perfect cubic number, and 343 is also a perfect cubic number. Let us find out the 3 cube. 3 cube is equal to 3 into 3 into 3 is equal to 27. 27 is a perfect cubic number, because when we find out the cube root of 27, this is 3. This means when a number, when we find out the cube root of a number and the number is a natural number or integers, then can we say that the number is a perfect cubic number. Now let us discuss about, take some examples about this. Suppose a number is given 189, then here we have to find, we have to find out that is 189 a perfect cubic number or not. So that is 189 is not a perfect cube, is not a cubic, is not a perfect cube. Let us at first perfect cube take. Then solutions. Take the prime factorizations of 189. When we prime factorize 189, this is equal to, let us find out the prime factorization. This is 3 6 ja 3 3 ja. Then 3, this is equal to 21. Then 3, which is equal to 7. Then when we prime factorize 189, this is equal to 3 into 3 into 3 into 7. Yes, 3 has 3 into 3 into 3. 3 has perfect 3 numbers, but 7 is all alone. 7 needs another 2 7 to make 189 a perfect cube. If we have to make 189 a perfect cube, then multiply it with 7 into 7, which is equal to 3 into 3 into 3 into 7 into 7 into 7. This means when we find out the cube root of a number, take 1 out of 3. This is this. Then when we find out the cube root of this number, then this is the cube root of this number, then take this is equal to 3 into 7, which is equal to 21. This means 189 is not a perfect cubic number. Then when we multiply 189 into 7 means when 189 multiply with 49, then it will be a cubic number, but 189 is not a perfect cube. Okay. Then now solve another examples. I have already told you students, when only knowing for theory is not sufficient, when you practice variety of questions which will be easier for you to attempt the questions which will be asked in your exam paper. Here the example shows that 216 is a perfect cube. So that 216 is a perfect cube. Now take 216 and find out the prime factorizations. This is 108, then 2, this is 54, then here 2, this is 27, then 3, then this is 9, then 3, then 216, the prime factorizations is equal to 2 into 2 into 2 into 3 into 3 into 3. Then if we find out the cube root of this number, then here out of 3 we can take 1. This means this cube root is 2 into 3 is equal to 6. Yes, 216 is a perfect cube because its cube root is a integer or a natural number. Then can we say that 216 is a perfect cube or a cubic number. Now here another example says that what is the smallest number by which 30887 may be multiplied so that its product will be a perfect cube. Here the number is given, here the number is given 3087, here by which number this number should be multiplied by which smallest number so that its product will be a perfect cube. Then at first find out the prime factorizations of 3087. Then to find out the prime factorization, 3 1 ja, then 0, 3 2 ja 6, then 2 7, 3 9 ja, then 3 3 ja 1 2 3 4 ja 3 3 ja, then here 3, then this is 121, then 3, this is 3, no, this is not divisible by 3, the 7 ja, then this is 7 1 ja 7, then 51, no, this is not 7 51, no, here this is 3, sorry, this is 3 1 ja 3, 3 again 3 1 ja, this is also not divisible by 3, this is 7 ja. Then when we divide this with 7, let us find out once again, I will try it in next page. Suppose here we have to, here the question is given 3087 is the number given by which smallest number the number should be multiplied so that its product will be a perfect cube. At first students, please try to understand the language of the questions. Here the question says that the number is given 3087 by which smallest number the number is multiplied so that the number will be a perfect cube. At first find out the prime factorizations of the number 3087. 3087, when we divide it with 3, this is 3 1 ja 3, then take 0, 3 2 ja 6, 2 7, 3 9 ja, then 3 ja, then here this is 3 3 ja, 1 4, 3 4 ja, then 3 3 ja, then here this is divisible by 7, then this is 3 4 ja, then 4 9 ja, then here 7 ja, then 7, then when we prime factorize, this is 3 into 3 into 7 into 7 into 7. For 7 there are already 3, this is already 3 7s are there, but 2 3s are there, 1 3 is missing. If the number will be a perfect cube, if there are 3 numbers and we take 1 out of 3, then if we multiply 3087 with 3, then multiply both sides of 3, then here we get 3 into 3 into 7 into 7 into 7. Then when we find out the cube root of this number, then this is also cube root of this, then out of 3 we take 2, this is equal to 3 into 7, which is equal to 21. Then when 3087 is multiplied with the smallest number 3, then it will be a perfect cube and whose cube root will be 21. Then the question is given here, by which smallest number 3087 is multiplied so that the number will be a perfect cube. If 3087 will be multiplied with 3, then the number will be a perfect cube. Then another question is given here. Then here another question is given, what is the smallest number by which 392 should be divided? Here there is little twist in these questions. At first, students, please try to understand the questions. Here in this question, the question is asked, by which smallest number 3087 should be multiplied so that the number will be a perfect cube. But here in this question, the question says that the number given is 392 is given, by which number 392 should be divided so that the number will be a perfect cube. At first, find the prime factorizations of 392. Then think by which number, this is an even number, then at first try with 2. Then when we divide it with 2, then we get 3, 2 1 ja, then 2 9 ja, 2 6. Then another 2, then this is 98, then another 2, this is 49, which is equal to 7 into 7. Then this shows that 392 is equal to 2 into 2 into 2 into 7 into 7. But here if the question said by which smallest number, the number should be 392 should be multiplied so that the number will be a perfect cube. Then by shutting the eyes we say that this should be multiplied with 7, because there are 3 2's are there. Out of 3 we take 2 when we find out the cube root. But here 2 7's are there, 1 7 is missing. When we multiply another 7 in both sides, this is also 3 7's are there, then out of 3 we will take 1. But here the question says that by which smallest number the number should be divided. Then if we divide this number with 7 into 7, here the same thing we divide the number with 49, means 7 into 7, then this is cut, then this will be 8. Then this will be 2 into 2 8 or 2 into 2 into 2. Then here this number, if we have to find out the cube root, then this is a perfect cube. We can easily find out the cube root, which is equal to 2. Here then the answer will be, the answer is that 392, if 392 is divided by 49, then the number we get will be a perfect cube. If 392 will be be divided by 7 into 7 49, then the number will be a perfect cube. Okay. Then another questions, cube of a negative integer. Then here another types of discussion is there. The cube of a negative number. Cube of a negative number. Suppose minus 2 is given, you have to find out minus 2 cube. This is equal to minus 2 into minus 2 into minus 2, which is equal to minus 8. Then this means cube of a negative number is always a negative number, because cube means multiply 3 times. 3 is a odd number. As you know that when a negative number is multiplied by odd number of negative numbers are multiplied. Suppose you have to find out minus 5 cube. This means you have to multiply minus 5 into minus 5 into minus 5. You have to multiply minus 5 3 times. When you multiply minus 5 3 times means 3 is a odd number. This means this is a negative number which is equal to minus 125. In the same way, when you have to find out minus 125 cube root, this is also a negative number, minus 5. This means cube of a negative number is always a negative number, and cube root of a negative number is also always a negative number. Suppose you have to find out cube root of minus 64. Then this is minus 64 cube root will be minus, cube root of minus 64 will be minus 4. This means when you multiply minus 4 3 times, you get the number minus 64. 4 4 is 16, 16 4 is 64, minus into minus plus, plus into minus minus. This means when we multiply negative numbers or numbers of negative numbers, we get a resultant negative numbers. Suppose you have to find out another types of, when you have to find out cubes of a rational number. Suppose a by b is a rational number. You have to find out cube of a by b. This means you have to multiply a upon b into a upon b into a upon b 3 times, which is equal to a to the power q upon b to the power q. This means 2 upon 3 whole q is equal to 2q upon 3q, which is equal to 8 upon 27. In the same way, if you have to find out the cube of minus 3 upon 4 cube, this means minus 3 upon 4 into minus 3 upon 4 into minus 3 upon 4, which is equal to minus 3 to the power q upon 4 to the power q, which is equal to minus 27 upon 64. This means cube of a negative number is always a negative number, and cube root of a, in the same way, when you have to find out the cube root of minus 27 upon 64, this means when you have to find out cube root of this means cube root of minus 27 upon cube root of 64, which is equal to minus 3 upon 4. This means when you have to find out cube of a negative number, this may be integer or any rational number, then the cube of a negative number is always a negative number, and cube root of a negative number is also a negative number. Okay. Then now let us discuss some more examples. And properties of cubes of a number. Please students note down the important points. Here the important point is, here the important properties. Please note down the properties of cube of numbers. Properties of cube of numbers. Properties of cube of numbers. First property, the cube of every even number is always even. The cube of every even number is always even. Is always even. Is always even. Then the second thing is the cube of every odd number is always odd. The cube of every odd number is always odd. Is always a odd number. Always a odd number. Now let us discuss some example based in this property. Suppose 4 is a even number, then 4 to cube is equal to 64, which is also an even number. 3 is a odd number, 3 cube is equal to 27, which is also an odd number. Here 7 is an odd number, 7 cube is equal to 343, which is also an odd number. Here 6 is an even number, 6 cube is equal to 216, which is also an even number. Then we come to the conclusion that the property of cube numbers, cube of every even number is always even, where the cube of every odd number is always odd number. And another property is cube of a negative number is always a negative number, and cube of a positive number is always a positive number. Okay. Now let us discuss some more examples about these properties. The property 1, 2, then here the property 3 says that cube of a positive number is always a positive number, is always a positive number, and property 4 says that cube of a negative number is always a negative number, is always a negative number. Cube of a negative number is always a negative number. Take some examples. Suppose minus 4 cube, which is equal to minus 64, where 5 cube is equal to 125. This means cube of a negative number is always a negative number. Suppose minus 7 cube, which is equal to minus 7 into minus 7 into minus 7, which is equal to minus 343. Cube of a negative number is always a negative number, but cube 6 is a positive number. 6 cube is equal to 6 into 6 into 6, which is equal to 216. Cube of a positive number is always a positive number, where cube of a negative number is always a negative number. Then property 1 says that cube of an even number is always a even number. Then property 2 says that cube of an odd number is always an odd number. Property 3 says that cube of a positive number is always a positive number. Property 4 says that cube of a negative number is always a negative number. Okay. Thank you students. Today this much. In my next class we will discuss the next chapters. Thank you students.